What's going on, guys? Ryan here, and today for Vlogmas, I'm going to tell you my 10 favorite TV shows that you can watch. Alright, so I just gotta say, most of these are for older people. I mean not like old people, but I'm talking about teenagers, young adults, stuff like that. There's only maybe one or two things on this list that kids can watch, but other than that, let's just get started. So first up is my absolute favorite TV show that I've been watching ever since I was born, and technically that's true because I used to watch it with my mom all the time. It's Law & Order SVU. This Law & Order is my favorite. It's just the characters, what it's about, and just the fact that I grew up watching it and the fact that it's still going. And it's very, I don't know, it's fun to watch. They're like 40 minutes long. There's some episodes where I feel like they didn't, like it's not the same as the older ones. I love the older ones, but I'm pretty sure I've seen every single one at least once or twice. It's dang. SVU is a great TV show. It's like crime and stuff like that, and it's just awesome. I can't recommend it enough, to be honest. Now next up is Grey's Anatomy, and you can watch that on Hulu. I think Hulu is for the newer episodes and Netflix is for all the other ones. And I just gotta say, most of these you can find on Netflix. If not, it's Hulu. And if not there, you can rent it or something. But other than that, most of these are from Netflix. Now, Grey's Anatomy is like a hospital drama. That's exactly what it is. It's a hospital drama, and it's just fun to watch. They're quite long. It's like another 40 minutes, and they have a bunch of seasons, and they're still making it, so it's like, why not watch it? Now, if you've seen my like current obsessions video, I mentioned Grey's Anatomy, and I mean, last night we watched a few episodes, so it is still my current obsession. I'm gonna kind of speed up through these next few. It's The 100. It's a really cool like end of the world drama, I would say, and The Society is a similar. It's about like these group of kids who got separated from their family, like actually the whole world pretty much, and it's really interesting. It was supposed to get another season, but it stopped after the first one. So it's a really cool TV show to watch, and even though it doesn't finish, you just kind of get a sense of how it probably would end. Now the next is Walking Dead, and I used to watch this. Actually, when it came out, I didn't watch it because the first episode sucked. I liked the idea, but I hated the way they did it. I hated the graphics, you know, the CGI. I hated everything about it. It was just super slow and boring. But then like some time later, I actually picked it back up and I watched it, and I really, really liked it. And to the point where I was waiting for it to come out, and I was super excited, and then it just kind of, I don't really know what happened. I think it was just after one season ended that I just kind of stopped watching it. And ever since then, I haven't seen anything, nor have I heard really anything about it. I mean, I know that there's some people who aren't there anymore that I wish they were, and it's just not the show that I liked watching. But I do recommend watching it, at least up until the point where it sucks. So now the next is Outer Banks. It's a really interesting TV show, and I think it's currently on one season. The next season is coming out, or they're making it. It's really, I like the actors and actresses in it. I liked the concept. I like the way they made it, and it's just a really cool show about these kids in this like coastal town that are really just, but you cannot be up here. And they just go through a lot of adventures, I would say. It's a really good TV show. Now for this one, it's called In the Dark. It's about this blind girl, and she gets into quite a bit of trouble with her and her friends, and it's just a really good show. It's one of those shows that you think, it's another like crimey show, just a drama, and it's a show that makes you kind of think, and it's really entertaining at the same time. Now for the next couple, it's pretty much the first season that you should watch. The other seasons just add too much to it. It's not the same. It doesn't... Okay. It kind of gets to the point where it just kind of sucks. It doesn't make any sense, or it's just too much. And honestly, if you watch Riverdale, if you watch 13 Reasons Why, the first season is kind of all you need. Now, for 13 Reasons Why, I would mention that it's a very intense TV show. And if you are uncomfortable or you got a lot of triggers, I would not watch it at all. But honestly, it was such a good show. And I haven't seen the other seasons, but I can say that for Riverdale, the second season is kind of as far as you should go if you're going to keep going. And for 13 Reasons Why, the first season is kind of as far as you need to go. It definitely finishes it, and it just makes sense. Now this one is Altered Carbon, and it's about like this kind of sci-fi, kind of end of the world, not really, but it's kind of like a futuristic town where people can like live pretty much forever by like moving their mind or their stacks, that's what they call them, from one sleeve or body to another. And it's a really interesting concept, and I think there's 2 seasons or maybe 3, I can't really remember, but either way it was good no matter what season you're watching. And I really enjoyed the first. The second was pretty good too, but the first is where you understand everything, you learn about it, and it's really interesting. The next season, it's more of a continuation of the story, and it finishes off pretty well. Now, the last TV show is 911, and that is on Hulu, and it's just one of those, I don't know, crime drama sort of things. And it's similar to like Chicago Med, Chicago PD, and all those kind of fire and rescue and medical area dramas. But I didn't like continue watching it after I think maybe the second season. I just kind of forgot about it, and then I just have no idea where I left off, and I would like to get back into it. That's it for the TV shows, and I just want to mention a few movies that you could possibly watch too. Now, if you like a really sad story, a really good sad story, I would recommend The Notebook. It's not what you think it is, and it was a really nice story. I cried the first time I watched it. But it makes you get into your feels, to be honest. So, okay, so the next movie is Palm Springs. It's a Hulu original, and it's based on like the Groundhog Day kind of scenario, like this person relives the same day over and over. It's a really different way of telling that story, and it is kind of more adult, but it's a really good movie, and it's kind of like a comedy drama sort of situation. It's a movie that you should watch, honestly. And I think for the next 2, your kids can watch it. I would recommend maybe older kids can watch this one, and then younger kids can watch the next one. So this one is Charlie St. Cloud. It's a sad story. It's a good story. Just about these kids, or this like guy who had some very hard time in their life, and I don't know, I can't really explain it without giving it away, so you should just watch it. So the next one, very kid friendly, is the Bee Movie, and honestly Ellie really likes that movie. It's funny, it's a kid show, and it's just one of those movies that anyone can honestly watch, and it's probably one of the movies that you would watch anyways if you have kids or you are a kid, so it's a good movie. Now I just want to mention one more TV show, just as like a bonus TV show. Ellie just reminded me, it's Defending Jacob. I believe it's on Netflix. It's a really good TV show. Captain America, Chris Evans, is in it, and so is Michelle Dockery. She's in another TV show that I kind of forgot to mention, Downton Abbey, and Downton Abbey in itself is a really good TV show. But in this new one, Defending Jacob, it's about him being a lawyer and trying to defend his son for doing something that he did or didn't do. And quite honestly, after watching it, you still don't really know 100%. So it's a really good show. I mean, all of these are, and I have to just say, some of them, just one season or two. Some of them you may not like at all, but I think a lot of them, no matter who you are, you will like at least a couple of these. So if you're stuck at home, kind of like I am, and you can't figure out what to watch, or you've watched some of these already, you have some other ideas. So let me know in the comments below if you have any recommendations, and that could be TV shows or movies. Like I said, this is really just my favorite stuff to watch. Actually, that should be what it's called. But anyways, that'll be it for today's video. If you liked it, be sure to smack the like button as hard as you can. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. It'll help me a lot, and I'll see you guys all tomorrow.